Hi, this is Tawawn Lowe, and welcome to week 5 of the New Beginning series. I am super excited every week that I get to come to you all and get to impart and to give you skills and tools to help you with your new beginning or just to help you, period, in your life. This has been a wonderful, wonderful journey for me, and I cannot even believe that we're really in week 5. It truly seems like to me yesterday or last week we just started, but it has been 5 weeks. We started off talking about learning to embrace change. Then we had Kiki from Kiki Ramsey International who came in and talked to us about fear and how we need to be courageous. Then I talked about to thy own self be true in week 3, talking about the importance of being true to yourself and how when you are true to yourself, it helps you be your authentic self, who you were created to be. And then last week we had the Lady Joy who came in and she talked to us about how to make peace with your past. She gave us a good biblical teaching, which is good for when you're talking about forgiveness. And she talked about how self-forgiveness is one of the things that we need when we're talking about new beginnings. But we also know that you need self-forgiveness all the time, whether you're in a new beginning or not. Self-forgiveness is one of those things that help us heal ourselves and move forward with the personal and professional success that we're trying to achieve with our lives. And then this week, we're going to talk about count on your tribe, because no matter what, whether you're going through a new beginning or not, we all need a tribe. And a tribe is people that we can count on. And in this particular setting, we're going to be talking about the 7 women that every woman needs. All the speakers have been on the series with us thus far. Unfortunately, today we do not have Lady Joy with us, and Kiki Ramsey will be coming on late because we just had a little conflict of interest with schedule. But we do have our presenter Gail, who is waiting to come and to impart to you ladies. But before we get started with tonight's lesson, I just want to take an opportunity to kind of do an infomercial. When I first came on the first week, I talked about who I was and what I do, and I talked about the women walking in their own shoes movement. And I am super excited because October has been proclaimed and recognized as Women Walking in Their Own Shoe Month. So that is a big success for the movement and for us, and we are going to be celebrating that that accomplishment in a big way with our 3rd annual Women Walking in Their Own Shoes Summit. So ladies, I want you to get ready. I want you to start thinking about how you're going to invest in yourself. One of your goals for your personal development will be to attend the Women Walking in Your Own Shoes Summit. You're going to meet 2 of the ladies that you've already met through this Google Hangout New Beginnings. Gail Crowder will be one of our speakers, and so will Kiki Ramsey. You will be able, the site is up. You can go to www.wwitos.com. It will be totally finished on tomorrow. So if you don't see everything you need to see tonight when you go, you will be able to see everything tomorrow. And on our last week, next week, when I come to you, we're going to be talking about the power of choice. How you're going to make the decision, how you're going to choose to come to the Women Walking in Their Own Shoes Summit, so you can meet us in person if you have never met us, so you can be empowered and so that you can be equipped to live your best life and can create your life on your own terms. Next week, I will be giving an offering for those women who want to attend. It will be an offering that you will have to take fast action to if you want to take advantage of it. But I hope that you join the movement. When you go onto the website, please take the pledge. We have a Women Walking in Their Own Shoe pledge where you commit to being 100% responsible for who you are, being committed to your personal and your professional success. As I told you on week 1, I am an advocate for women being their best selves. I am in your corner to help you be the person that you were created to be. So please stick with us. Please come out in October. And right now, that's all that I have to say. Just know that you are a woman walking in your own shoes, and you deserve to be with us in October 17th and 18th. Now that I've done my little infomercial, I am so excited to present to you for tonight one of my ride or dies, and I don't have many, but she's a part of my tribe. She's one of them crazy ones in my tribe. She's probably going to describe herself a couple of times in here. But Gail Crowder, who is the One Sexy Wife, she is the founder of, well, she is the CEO of Gail Crowder, Inc. It is a lifestyle image, your style, your image. I'm saying it wrong. Your life, your style, your image. And she is the founder of the conference, Bringing Sexy Back to the Marriage. So if you are a woman who is married, you definitely need to go. That needs to be another thing that you add to your list of personal development, is going to Bringing the Sexy Back conference in January. You always should invest in your marriage. So Gail is going to come to us today, and she's going to share not on her image side, but she's going to share her expertise about relationships, and she's going to talk to us about the 7 women that you need to have in your tribe, and how these 7 women are good for you. How these 7 women are good for you, not just when you're going through a new beginning, but how you need these 7 women, because truthfully, friendship, sisterhood, women, there's a benefit in those relationships, and we all need friends. None of us are island. We all need friends. So I'm going to sit back, I'm going to mute myself, and I'm going to give the floor to Gail Crowder. Thank you. Gail?
Oh my God. Am I unmuted? Hello? Can you guys hear me? I don't know what's going on. Okay. Prayerfully, you guys can hear me. I am super excited. And Tawawn, I just want to tell you, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being a part of my tribe. Thank you so much for New Beginnings, because as you ladies know, this series has truly transformed so many women's lives across the world. You guys tune in every single week to hear us speak, but you don't understand the impact that you have made on our lives as well. Because even though we are presenters, we're here for you. We give a lot. Every single day, God gives us the opportunity with 24 hours to start a new beginning. And we get a chance to hear your stories. We get to hear a chance to hear your sorrows. We get a chance to hear your laughters. And I am just so grateful to Tawawn Lowe Enterprises for allowing me to do what God has gifted me to do. And I'm grateful, and I thank you so much for being one of the women in my tribe, my ride or die, my tell it like it is. She fits so many different roles in my life. So again, I'm very, very grateful, and I thank you ladies for investing in yourself, because we take for granted getting a new beginning. But do you know there's thousands of women, children, and men that did not get a new beginning today? And so every single day that you get up and you take a breath, be grateful that God has allowed you to have 24 more hours to get it right, to make it new, to reboot, to start over, just to be in the present state of where you are. Whether you're feeling good, bad, happy, or sad, it's a good day because you're here. And so I get the privilege of talking about how to build a tribe. And as women, sometimes we really find it difficult to interact with one another. We find it very difficult to give our hearts to another woman. For the simple fact is that we're women. We all have voices. We can be catty. We can be nasty. We can be all of those things. But at the end of the day, sisterhood is something that you should want to embrace. And even if you don't have thousands of people or hundreds of people or 10 or 15 people, if you have a couple of good girlfriends that are in your life that feed into you, that impart into you, and you do the same for them, I tell you, it is a life-changing experience. And the women that I'm going to talk to you about tonight, I have the pleasure and the honor of having all of these women in my life, and I also have the pleasure and honor of being those type of women in someone else's life. So I'm going to get started with my lesson, and again, I just want to tell Tawawn, thank you so much for allowing me to impart it to your women. I'm going to give you the definition of what a tribe is, because sometimes we don't really understand what a tribe is. And Webster Dictionary defines a tribe as a group of people, a community with similar values, interests, a group of common ancestors, or a common leader. And what do I get from that? When you're looking at a tribe, it's really a group of women coming together with common interests, goals, values, morals, how to raise your children, how to deal with your husband, all of those different things. And if you listen to the women who've already imparted into you, all of them bring those traits to the table. And sometimes we struggle because we really don't know where we fit in our tribe, or we're trying to build a tribe, find a tribe, or whatever. So hopefully as I go through this lesson, you will see what role you play in your tribe, or you will question if you need to build your tribe, or you will question if you need to remove some of the people from your tribe. But however you fit into the scheme of things, my prayer is that you really open your heart to receive women in your life. There are 7 different friendships or relationships that are important, and I'm going to name them in order, and then I'm going to break down the pros of each one of them and the cons of each one of them, because as you know, we're human beings and none of us are perfect, besides me, I'm just playing, but none of us are perfect. But when we look at the dynamics and how we relate to one another, I'm sure you'll begin to see yourself, or you'll see the people that you have in your life. Again, the 7 women that are very important to build your tribe. The first person is your cheerleader. And I'm going to list these in order, and then I'm going to break them down. The second person you need to have in your tribe is your prayer warrior. The third person you need to have in your tribe is your ride or die chick. The fourth person that you need to have in your tribe is your fence straddler. The fifth person you need to have in your tribe is your know-it-all. And the sixth person that you need to have in your tribe is you. And we'll go over all of those. And the seventh person that created us all is God. And I'll talk about him as well. Let's start off with our cheerleader. The wonderful thing about being a cheerleader and being a part of a tribe is that your cheerleader is the woman that is always in your corner. She is the woman that will tell you you can do it. She's there with her pom-pom. She's rooting you on. There's nothing impossible that you can do that she's not going to support you in. She is the woman that is always happy for you. And I'll tell you, I have a couple of cheerleaders in my corner because I think of the craziest things to do in my business. I think of things that I just want to do. And it's always nice to have a cheerleader in your corner. It's nice to have somebody that picks you up and tell you you can do it. You know, just dust yourself off. You can do it again. But some of the cons of your cheerleader is she really never has anything going on in her life that you can cheer her on. She really never gets in the game herself. She's always cheering everybody else on, but she really never has a game that you can attend or has an affair that you can cheer her on, or you know, she's just one of those ladies that's always in your corner, but she's never in the game. So that's some of the pros and cons of your cheerleader. The next person is your prayer warrior. This is a woman that everybody needs, because sometimes we get in our funks. Sometimes we get into situations where we can't really pray for ourselves. We really can't hear from God. Sometimes we just have a bad day. Sometimes we have a bad month. Sometimes we just having a bad, just disastrous life at the time, what we are thinking is a disastrous life. And this woman can always give you a word of encouragement straight from heaven. She is the woman that if you don't know what scripture to stand on, you can pick up the phone and you can call her, and she will give you words of encouragement and just make you feel like the presence of God is on the phone or just surrounding you. She is a woman of God. She's a woman of worship. She's just a bad woman. She's a woman that prays and intercedes. I have some prayer warriors right now praying for me as I'm imparting to you guys. We have some prayer warriors praying for Tawann's computer that it don't go down today. We have prayer warriors just going and interceding that you ladies will get every single thing that you need out of this New Beginning series. But some of the cons to your prayer warrior is that she's too holier than thou. She is too holy all the time. You know, you have to be careful what you say, because as Tawawn say, one of those porcupine words might slip out of your mouth and she ready to throw anointing oil on you. She is just too holier than thou. But again, she has really good traits because, again, she is a woman of prayer, and she is a woman that can really war in the spirit on your behalf. The next person that you need to have in your repertoire or in your tribe is your ride or die chick. This is a chick that is down for you. She is one that will cut up on your behalf, and especially when you are on the path that Tawawn and all the speakers that have been imparting to you. She's the one that can say it even when we can't say it. She's the one that, will cut you up and spit you out and don't care. And she has some really good traits, because at the end of the day, she's one of those women that is going to be with you no matter what. She's one that's going to tell you like it is. She's one that's going to probably hurt your feelings along the way. But at the end of the day, when you're going to war, she is in your corner. And so I say for your ride or die chick, I can be that ride or die chick too. I didn't kind of polish myself up now that I'm kind of in the public eye, but I could be the ride or die chick too. But she is one of those strong women that has a lot of opinion, and she just kind of just tells you like it is. Now, some of her cons, which is one of my cons, is that she loud, and I can be very loud, and I can tell it like it is, and I've hurt a couple of people's feelings along the way, and everybody can't take me. But again, at the end of the day, I'm in your corner. She's in your corner, and you got to be kind of careful what situations you put her in, because she ain't gonna always react how you would like her to react. But she's still a good woman to have in your corner, because as you grow, as you start your new beginnings, and you might be a person that is not confrontational. If you have that chick in your corner, she got your back, because she will definitely tell you like it is. The fourth woman you should have in your corner is your fence straddler. And this is a woman who likes to make sure she doesn't hurt anybody's feeling. Now, she's the total opposite of your ride and die, tell it like it is chick. This chick does not like to make any kind of waves. She wants everybody to get along. She doesn't want to gossip about anybody. She just really has no kind of opinion. She's kind of go with the flow type of chick. Now, you guys have some of those people in your life, because I do too. And the thing is that you never get a true answer about what they're really feeling about the situation. You never really get to know exactly what's going on in their head, because as long as everybody's getting along, she's okay. But the cons is that she can never really help you make a solid decision. She just sits back and watches what happens. And sometimes she'll jump in when the bandwagon is going one way. She'll be like, oh, that's a great idea. But let one person in the group say, oh, no, that's a bad idea. She's like, well, yeah, you're right. That's truly not really what I was thinking either. So she really is a fence straddler. She never really has a concrete answer, but she's a good person to have in your tribe too. Because again, all of these women are very important to really building a tribe and helping you get where God is sending you to a new beginning. The fifth person that you have to have in your corner is your know-it-all. This chick right here is in the know. She knows all the latest trends. She knows all the hot spots to visit. She knows what's going on in everybody else's camp. This chick knows it all. She knows the hottest shoes. When I tell you, she knows it all. She knows what's happening on Facebook, Twitter, and all the rest of them. She calls you up and keeps you in the know. This chick is one bad chick. She is everywhere. She likes to take pictures. She likes the limelight. Like I said, she is your know-it-all. But your know-it-all also can always be a busybody. She is a person that can match your story plus 10 other stories. You know, she's one of those one-up kind of chicks. She's one of those people, if you say, I broke my leg, she broke a whole entire body kind of person. You know, she can never not be in the know and one-up you. And so she is a good person to have in your corner too, because she has her ear and her pulse to what's going on in the world, what's going on in the community, and really how it can affect you, and really how she can just keep you in the loop. She is always knowing what's going on, but she is kind of a gossip box too. The sixth person that is very important is you. And prayerfully, you show up in all of your glory. And what do I mean by that? The first person you have to learn to be in friendship with, in love with, is yourself. Because the thing is that for a new beginning, you have to learn to love yourself. You have to know who you are. You have to learn what your goals, your aspirations are, whose lives you want to impact. Because if you don't know who you are, it's very hard to attract the tribe that you need to take you to the next level. And it's not all about being an entrepreneur. It's just about being there and show up for your family, show up for your children, show up on your job. Because regardless of what's going on in your life, whether you're married, single, or somewhere in between, or as Facebook said, it's complicated, you have to live with yourself every single day. So my thing is, develop a healthy relationship with yourself. Look in the mirror and know that when God created you, he truly created something special. And so my thing is that in order to have healthy relationships, it has to start with you. So if you're not showing up for yourself, if you are looking to start a new beginning, and I love this series that Tawawn created, New Beginnings, because every single day you get a choice and a chance to start over again. As long as you wake up in your right mind, God gives you another 24 hours. And I said that at the top of my lesson. He gives you another 24 hours for you to show up. And show up and love yourself in your fullness. Yes, we can change things about ourselves. We can change things about our weight, the way we look, our hair color. We can make it long, short, or whatever we want to do. But the core of who you are is going to attract the people that the vibe that you give off. And my thing is that for a new beginning, learn to love yourself. Learn to embrace who God made you in the fullness. And if you don't know who you are, I say get with a wonderful coach like Tawawn or Kiki. It's so many people that you can connect with. And I tell you, with this New Beginning series, Tawawn has done the work, and that's the reason why. And she's told you your story, how when she was young at 7 years old, they told her she wasn't going to be anything but a cafeteria worker, and how she has went through 2 marriages, and how she, had started multiple businesses, but she was so afraid to succeed because she had that in the back of her mind. But when she decided that she was going to give herself a new beginning and really show up in her fullness of God, who God created her to be, she gave herself a whole entire new life. She's impacting women all over the world. Look, you're on here watching because of her and her work that she's done. So my thing to you is to show up and be the best you that you can be, and you will begin to attract those healthy relationships that I talked about. Now, the cons of being you is that we always put ourselves at the bottom of the list. We get stuck on our past hurts, our disappointments. We get stuck on what we don't have, and what kind of car we don't drive, and what kind of house we don't live in. I say today is a new beginning. Learn to love yourself and learn to build yourself up, because, again, this is a new day. The 7th person that you have to have on your tribe, and he should really be the beginning of your tribe, is God himself. And what can I say about him? He created you. He created new beginnings. He created time. He created new directions. He created you to reboot, restart. All of those things he created. So what I say to you is, today is a new day. I say good morning to you. I know it's nighttime, but I say good morning to you because joy comes in the morning. So I say to you, today is a new beginning. And if you don't have those women in your life, those 7 women that I talked about in your life, I say open yourself up. Do the work internally. And if you can't do it yourself, talk to God. Talk to Tawawn. She's an excellent coach. She can coach you through anything. I'm telling you, you can. And even though, I have my own business and I'm doing my own path, we talk every single day, and she coaches me through a couple of things. I'm struggling right now with a program I want to start, and I was thinking of one name, and she totally took me a whole different direction. So again, you have to be open to people in your life. So I say to you, as I get ready to close, be open. If a woman has hurt you, forgive them, because 99% of the time they don't even know that they hurt you. And if they purposely hurt you, I say call them and forgive them anyway. You got to be the bigger person, and I had to do this a couple of times in my life, and sometimes it's not easy because you know that they was the person that hurt you, but you need a tribe around you. You need a tribe to thrive. You need a tribe to grow, and you need a tribe to help you through the stumbling blocks that you are going to face in your life. We all need girlfriends in our lives. So I say to you, good morning and welcome to your new beginning. That's my time. And again, I want to tell Tawawn Lowe, thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of this series. And I tell you, if you have not attended Women Walking in Their Own Shoes, you have missed it. The summit is off the chain. She continues to grow it, and women come from all over the country. And so I say she's going to give you some wonderful information, and I say do not miss your opportunity, and I'll see you guys in October. Love you guys.
Gail, can you take some questions for us?
Absolutely. I would love to take some questions. And also, while they're racking in the questions, if people have questions for me, feel free to send your questions. I do have a wonderful book called A Tall Glass of Water, And really what it is a story loosely based off of my life, but it's for women who are entrepreneurs, who I stay are my stay-at-home goddess, which is our moms and those kind of things that really help women, guide them through how to find balance in their life. And I also have the list of the girlfriends in there. I have some women affirmations really to help you build and sustain yourself and just build yourself up, because sometimes we get down on ourselves so much. And so this book is really a gift to you guys, and you can download it off of my website, or if you would like a hard copy, there's an option for that for me to also send it to you. But if you download it, again, if you visit bsbconference.com, the book is there, and I would love for you guys to get this tool, because it's really a journey on how to find balance. And I have a few questions. Okay, if you do forgive a woman, do you have to let her back in your tribe? My thing is that for a woman, if you forgive a woman, I think that you need to take it slow, because obviously it was a reason why you guys had a rift in the beginning. But I do believe if it's a comfort zone, and if you guys talk it out, and that if you work out whatever the difference was, because it could have been just a misunderstanding, and you didn't want to give and she didn't want to give, or she hurt your feelings and she didn't even know the reason why you blocked her. I would think that it would be okay. I think you should take it slow. I don't think you should jump right back in. Sometimes you can, but sometimes it is a slow process, and I think that you have to both be willing to work at it and to allow that person time to heal. And I think it's a process. So the answer would be it's up to those particular people. Okay. The other one is, can one woman play more than one role? The answer is absolutely. I know for a fact that I play different roles in people's lives, and I could be, a ride or die, or a tell it like it is, or I could be a prayer warrior too. I think for me, in different people's lives, I play all the women's roles. I really do. And the thing is, and it's great. It's not like I'm switching hats. It's just how people view you in the different relationships. I have some women that say, Gail, every time I talk to you, you're praying for me, you're lifting me up, all those kind of things. So I can be a prayer warrior, but then I have some people I just flat out tell it like it is, and then we'll roll up on somebody and hurt somebody. No, I'm just playing. I don't do that no more. But you know what I mean. So all those dynamics. The answer is yes. You definitely can play more than one role than just one. Okay. Tonight I did. Should you treat all the women? Should you treat all your women in your tribe the same? The answer is no, because the thing is that each relationship will foster a different reaction. You will have different connections to women, and so my thing is that I have many different friends, but we all have different personalities. Some women are in my circle because we connected through business and it's grown from there. Some women I am a mentor to, so I treat them totally different than I would treat somebody that I'm conducting business with. Some women are my personal friends that we go out, we hang out, and those kind of things. And then some of them are both. So the answer is no, I wouldn't treat and talk to my client the same way that I would talk to one of my business colleagues or my personal friend. So the answer is no, I do treat people different, and when I say treat them different, our conversations are different. I try to love and be open and just be myself around everyone. Okay. Should you treat all the women the same? Kiki, you crazy? No? Okay, I don't think that's a question. How do you suggest you handle the girlfriend that drains you? Okay, a girlfriend that drains you. There is some people that are in your life just for a season. And the people who drain you, or you have to weigh how much you're going to allow them to drain you. Because when you are a person that keeps taking, and never giving, that can affect a friendship. And for me, people who are always draining and taking from me and not adding to my life, I begin to take their phone calls less and less and less, and I begin to disengage from them. And for me, I am one of those people who would tell it like it is. So I will tell them, listen, every time, hypothetically, I talk to you, you are asking me for something, you're down on yourself, you have such negativity, and I'm trying to move in a space where I'm positive. So for me, I have to talk to you less unless you're calling to have a positive conversation, or you calling to give me some good news, because at this point in time in my life, I am trying to foster and enhance positivity. So sometimes you just have to tell people because they don't realize how negative they are. And so for me, I'm just one of those people that will tell you, you're draining me, and I can't continue to engage in these type of conversations. Hopefully I handled that. Any more questions? No? Okay. Well, I don't see any more questions. But again, if you want to hit me up on Facebook, I just am Gail Crowder on Facebook. Go by and like my page. On Twitter is Gail Crowder. On Instagram is Gail Crowder. I'm just Gail Crowder, and it's been an absolute pleasure. Again, I thank Tawawn Lowe for allowing me to impart into you guys, and prayerfully you will begin to open your mind or begin to appreciate the tribe that you already have in your life. Again, being in sisterhood is a wonderful thing. It's not a negative thing. And if you have been hurt by women, I say don't shut the door to them. Open yourself up and really do the work on yourself, and really analyze all the relationships that you have, and ask God to really guide you in a positive manner when it comes to dealing with women and building a tribe to help you get to the next level, whatever that level is in your life.
I want to thank Gail Crowder so much for coming in and imparting to all the women tonight who's been on the call, who's on Google Hangout, who's watching via YouTube, about who you should have in your tribe. It is utterly important that you do have a tribe, because we all need somebody. There will always be a time when you will need somebody that is totally outside of your family, and some of the people in your tribe truly become your family. I am an only child by my mother, but I do have other siblings. But for the most part, most of the women that's in my tribe have become my family. So when things happen, like when my grandmother passed, my tribe came together. They were there for me to help me. They were there probably more than some people that were in my family. So fostering good, healthy relationship with other women is one of the best things that you can ever do. I've done some research, and Gail has done some research on relationships and things like that, and it says that women relationships cause us to be healthy. It says they make us heart healthy, because when you have girlfriends to go to, that relieves some of your stress. It gives you somebody to talk to. And they said that women have less heart attacks than men because they have and foster these relationships with other women. So I know that a lot of women have been hurt by women, and so they say, I don't need a lot of girlfriends, I don't need friends. I'm not advocating that you have a lot of girlfriends, but I am advocating that you do have a tribe. I am advocating that you do have these 7 women in your life. And one of the things that I do with my girlfriends, because I always say, we're taught in relationships to talk about our expectations, but we always talk about those expectations with men. But for me, I talk about those expectations with my girlfriend, because I can't make the assumption that you have the same, we think we like-minded until some situations come up. I mean, we all agree that you don't sleep with your girlfriend's man. But believe it or not, it's some people who think that's okay. And it has been a part of their background, and that's why they do believe it's okay. Now, y'all probably like this. Who even thinks that's okay? But believe it or not, if situations like that happen, and people been seeing that repeatedly along their life, they might believe that's something that is accepted, and then they come into your tribe and try to do it, and then get the smackdown or whatever, the ride or die, or you come out and you get to hurt them. But I'm saying all this to say this: in all relationships, we should talk about expectations. Because when you talk about expectations, what you do is you limit some of the hurt that can come. Because when I know what you expect of me, I am a giver, but I don't expect my friends to be a giver, because that's a gift God gave to me. So if I give to you, I don't expect that you're going to give back, but I don't expect that you to be a continual taker from me and never give to me, because I also need to be poured into, just like you need to be poured into. So, it's just some things, me, and Kiki is on the call. She came in, and me, Kiki, are just becoming closer and closer, and we're learning things about each other. And I expected, Kiki expect me to tell the truth, and I expect Kiki to tell the truth. And we talk about what our expectations are, and we talk about a lot of it in business, but as we're growing as friends, we're talking also about what our expectations are for one another. And I am encouraging you, as you go through your journey called life, that if there are women in your life that are part of your tribe, talk about what your expectations are for each other. Talk about what hurts you and don't hurt you, and what you don't want. I'm one of them women. Some women, they can call each other bitch, and excuse me, but oh bitch, you can't say that to me, because I'm not a four-legged dog walking around in heat. That's just not how I prefer to be called. Some people like that in their relationship. They have no problem with it, but I set the boundaries. Mm-hmm. I don't want to call you that, and I don't want you to call me that. And so you have to set what your expectations are. If your birthday is important to you, you should tell your girlfriends, because if she don't call you until like 10 o'clock at night talking about, oh girl, happy birthday, and you all mad and she don't understand, well, you should say, you know what, my birthday is important to me. So you ain't got to be the first one to call, but I better hear from you before 10 o'clock at night. I ain't saying you got to take me out. I ain't saying you got to buy a gift. Now, I do like Tiffany's, and I do like gifts, and I do like to eat. So if you like to take me out, but at least please call and acknowledge my day, because that's the only day that I get. But I'm just saying, these are little small things, but these are things that cause women to have strife. And I'm just saying, the reason why I added this component into the new beginnings is because we all need each other to achieve any type of success, be it personal or professional. We all need each other. It is amazing. Just think about how many times you call when your girlfriend, girl, I need a new doctor. Do you have a doctor? Do you know a dentist I can go to? Girl, I'm looking for a masseuse. Girl, I got to get my husband a gift, but I only have this amount of money. Do you know where I can get this? Girlfriends are good for so many things and so many aspects of our lives. So if you have been hurt by a woman, I want to say this: women hurt women, or hurt people hurt people. So sometimes you have to look deep into yourself and say, is this a relationship that I want to keep and that I cherish? And if it is, you go make peace if you can. If you go make peace and it still doesn't work, you've done your part. Mm-hmm. Like Gail said, some relationships are just for a season. And sometimes you have to recognize that. And don't be mad all the time when your girlfriends don't do everything that you want, because sometimes we get tired. And sometimes you got to know, you have to meet people where you are. Sometimes we expect something out of people that they can't even give, and that causes us to be disappointed as well. I hope this fifth week has been encouraging to you. I hope that you have taken away some nuggets that Gail have talked about in reference to who you should have in your tribe. I hope you look at yourself and see what type of woman that you are, and do you have some of these women in your tribe? Next week is our last week. Can you believe we are at week 6 already? I want to cry. I kind of feel like Kiki. I was on Kiki's Big Dream series, and when she was talking about we've come to the end, I was just like, and she was all kind of a little teary-eyed, and I was like, why is she teary-eyed? But I feel you now, Kiki. It's kind of like we've kind of been family for 6 weeks, and now it's coming to an end. So next week, what's going to happen, we're going to come on. I'm going to talk about the power of choice and how that is very important when we talk about new beginnings. But it's not just important about new beginnings. The power of choice is important in living your life, period, because that makes the difference of what you have, your quality of life, and things of that nature. And I'm also going to provide each of the presenters an opportunity to come in and answer any questions that you may have had, that you still might have from this series, or some new questions that you might have had. So what I'm going to encourage to be with us. Okay, I'm going to encourage you to be with us on next week as we end the series. And as I said, I will also offer for the Women Walking in Their Own Shoes conference.
Okay, I think Tawawn is going out and having a couple of difficulties. So what she was saying is that next week she is going to wrap it all up. We will be available as her speakers and teachers to answer any questions that you might have from this New Beginning series. And we are super excited about Women Walking in Their Own Shoes, the summit, which is coming in October. So she will have all of that information. If you want more information about Tawawn Lowe and Tawawn Lowe Enterprises, please visit tawawnlowe.com, where you can go and get a little TLC. We love you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow. I was going to say tomorrow, but it ain't tomorrow. Next Tuesday on New Beginnings. Good night.